Very tough to even watch. MOUZ Sports not even having a chance to take Ancient, their map pick in the series. And as you mentioned, now on Inferno, Heroic is looking to end their qualification journey right here, right now.
Jason, you had a brief moment as a coach. If you were on the MOUZ Sports side, you had to step outside, like you had a rough game, you had to hype the team up. What do you say? What do you take out of that game? What's the punchline? How do you get the team back up?
I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you.
You guys are on your own.
Yeah.
I don't know these people, in fact. I'm not even part of this anymore.
That one was rough. I don't think I had to experience anything quite like that one, to be honest with you. Even in my, as you said, brief time as a coach. I mean, all you really can say, because you don't want to focus on it, is you know, just the standard boilerplate. Guys, just forget about that map for now. We'll be having a demo review later on. It'll be extensive. It'll be long. So for now, let's forget about it.
Just leave it alone. Well, starting on Inferno, it's going to be Heroic on the T side, with the MOUZ Sports on the CT side. Map picked by Heroic, as you can tell. A little bit of a stack going on over towards the Haycart here, which looks like maybe that's where we're going to see a flash land at. So I doubt that's going to flash absolutely everyone, and I think there's a smoke coming up as a counter to it. But cadiaN, good opening, and there's the smoke, but it's too late. Jabby will take down Dexter already. MOUZ, I don't even know how he landed that shot. He was blind all the way. They're finally going to get him down, but am I making that up? I feel like he couldn't see anything.
I think he saw him as he dropped, and he was just shooting at the position. I think it was a nice shot, especially with the flashbang popping, but I think he saw where he was going to land. Either way, it doesn't much matter. Heroic throws the entire kitchen sink into the pit to eliminate MOUZ from that position, and a 1 versus 3 for Frozen. Now, positives, he's got a kit. That's it. That's the only one.
Kit and a lot of spirit as well coming into this one, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of spunk, a lot of gumption.
Yeah, exactly. They all matters. And Heroic keep playing this so well, right? They're not giving him a chance to do anything. And when they finally show up, it's every single one. Sometimes that 1-2-3 go strategy is just, it works, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see them not try and take any challenges before they need to, right? Because that is what all he wants, Frozen, in that moment, is for somebody to at least make it a 1 versus 2 at the very least.
I think a more interesting conversation would have been whatever exists as and cadiaN say to Heroic between maps after that kind of a beatdown, because we saw towards the end of Ancient, like Heroic getting on the CT side especially a little bit over peaky. I called it like stat padding. You could see some players are going for kills they probably wouldn't go to if it was like, you know, 5-0 instead of, you know, 13-1, and just settling them down a little bit so that you can actually be focused on the map and realize, look, let's not take this map for granted. Let's come into Inferno with that same kind of focus and intensity, and no one get out of line here. We're still playing to qualify to the group stage, so let's just make sure we get that job done. Yeah, you're right. We did see a couple of rounds like that, so there might be some valuable insight if they can keep going. No reason to give a shot for MOUZ Sports to maybe play a third map, so yeah, keep them down and make sure they never really get up from that. Jabby's looking to do something here. Smoke is just going to be popping in front of him, and remember, they have all the weapons, so for him to challenge the smoke and run through probably does not make a lot of sense. So respect the fact that he's sticking behind that one. Over on Banana Down is still hanging around. But we do have some upgraded pistols and even an MP9 on the side of MOUZ there. Out of nades, though, on the CT side, so I think Dexter is going to peek this, I think, at some point, right? Maybe not anymore. The utility's coming out. He's going to swing early. There's a nice headshot. All the focus turns right. Torzy can't get it done. Dexter only going to have that one nice headshot. Stoun's under pressure, and he almost handles it perfectly. Goes 1 for 1, and even MOUZ coming in late can't handle Heroic. So 2-0. As you mentioned, a third map there. Third map would be Nuke, if we can make it, but just, you know, tuck that one into your back pocket, and we'll reference it later on if it feels likely.
Frozen trying to stay out of the round now and just save the Galil, which he did kind of well crouching under. I don't know if they saw her. I don't think they did, yeah. They're not sure. Does minimize the player model just a tiny bit when you do that, so worth it. Going to be obviously another round for them here, and it looks like the Galil is going to be safe, so that is at least something to take out of the round. But with the start that they had with Dexter, a clean deagle headshot, one more like that, and who knows, something else could have been different and it could have been a little bit more exciting. But so far so good for Heroic on the start of the second map here.
Yeah, a little bit of resistance they meet up at brackets, but no huge danger. Galil saved from Frozen, 2-0. That Galil will be the only real weapon. TeSeS has the 5-7. Now it's passed over from Frozen, but no other investments until Dexter wants to ruin everything and buy smoke flash flash.
Yeah, they're trying to just a tiny bit. I guess they've done the math behind it, and they know they're still going to be able to do a pretty good job.
Crunch the numbers.
Yeah. Someone has to, right? Playing aggressively with the Galil, though, I kind of like that. If you want any shot of winning this round, it's going to have to be something like that, where you come in clean, headshot on banana, you rotate somewhere else, you get, you keep going like that.
It's also part of the reason why Heroic has gone up mid so fast. They're like, oh, Galil's at banana. Let's just take brackets now. We don't need to wait. We don't need to make it picture perfect. We have such superiority with our weapons that let's just make it happen. And they've done just that very early in the round to be probing into the A bomb site and probing in towards pit, which means TeSeS and MOUZ gonna have a tough time. Deagle rings out, doesn't land anything, but there's a triple kill from TeSeS. The 5-7 sings, and now he's got an AK-47 for a beautiful duet. And TeSeS has all 4 kills so far, and he might have just done it.
Surely, yes. Still a lot of time now for down, but he's so low on health. Oh, and there's Frozen taking him down. What a shocking round. Quad kill at the end there for TeSeS. Huge stuff, and that's the power of that 5-7 up close.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes things interesting. There we go. He's even having a tough time. The struggle bus was on early, but then he got things figured out. They line up for him. And that AK-47 pickup is a thing of beauty. Falls right at his feet. So, first real speed bump of the series for Heroic. TeSeS got the AWP, and Heroic is going to be back on just pistols, Glocks, and a couple P250s.
And hopefully something for MOUZ to rally behind, because that's been really another problem, right? There's been nothing happening so far in this game for MOUZ, the way they could say, oh yeah, like that, this is what we need, this is what we're all about. Remember this is how it's supposed to be. That might have been one of the few times there. JDC overwhelmed, but he did a fine job at the end, and they're going to be able to trade their way back into that round. A little bit painful losing a couple of players maybe to not that much.
Sure.
But at least it doesn't spiral out of control, and they're able to recover the round pretty quick and tie up the scoreline 2-2.
cadiaN's gone up in hand. AK-47s, rifles coming out for Heroic, utility as well. But man, this kind of a situation for MOUZ is a luxury they didn't have on Ancient whatsoever. They've got full money. They've got money built up behind it due to the fact of winning a 5-7 round.
Yeah, they don't know what this is like at all.
I know. They're like, oh, we like this game.
Interesting to see cadiaN on the AWP on the T side of Inferno. Not that we don't ever see it, but a lot of opers that just kind of stay away from it. Jabby's going to get taken down from Dexter. It's a nice, aggressive hit through the smoke as well.
Yeah, that's way committed through the smoke as well with an M4 along the wall. That's a good little opening. That'll put Heroic on notice for watching out for that moving forward. And more importantly, gives them another 5-on-4.
We'll see. Wants to take the fight. Sees just a hand. Not enough to do anything about it.
TeSeS towards the end of the halls.
This is a map where I feel like we could really see the AWP versus AWP fight a lot more happening. You can try and force that fight a little bit more on the T side. You can actually go looking for
you can get aggressive in choke points if you'd like. Stown sees Frozen swing into the angle, and he's going to come right through that smoke. It's going to make the AWP stick around over here towards the B bomb site. Trouble is, he can be smoked off. Takes an angle just before Plumes gets spammed down to about half HP. Got to be careful. He's got JDC boosted up on first oranges, ready to go. But Heroic's going to wheel back towards A.
Yeah, they want to move, see if they can crunch this A bomb site. If they get the kill on Dexter here, I mean, this bomb site's going to get wiped out surely. Down to 25 seconds, so they're pretty much going to go for it. They're not going to go back to B any longer. Flash coming out from Dexter, but he is worried about that smoke at his back. It's a great flashbang, and what a double kill for him. But TeSeS, he takes it all right back for Heroic. 13 seconds on the clock, and he's going to go straight for the bomb plant here. Surely not going to wait that much longer. Yeah, nothing else that he can do. 1 versus 2 for TeSeS to try and bring this one home, and he's in an awkward position. Molotov has bought him a little bit of time, and he's trying to see if he can escape, but what a dangerous move. If they would have peeked him out there while he was making the jump up, he might be dead. They don't have any nades to get rid of him, though, so this could be an amazing post-plant positions now for TeSeS. Do they know? I don't think so. Sneaking through. Oh, the AWP is already there, but not hitting the shot. He goes down, and now he's just jiggling it away, but a little bit too wide, and JDC comes back for it. Not at all bad. What a scary round.
JDC with the trigger discipline didn't take a shot at the jump, and I think that made him kind of convinced that he was sticking the defuse. Sets it up perfectly for a nice double tap so that he can end the round, but this is all provided by Dexter. That flash, excuse me, Dexter. That flash and that peek over towards lane is perfect. 3-2. Good look for MOUZ Sports.
Yeah, you're right. There's some very, very small details. I mean, at this high level, right, as you said, the trigger discipline, there's something else we saw when stallion got the kill over at the half wall. When he gets off the boost, he makes the jump to look, you know, over to see if anyone is... There's a lot of movements at this level that, you know, that make a big difference. Again. Oh, he has. Oh, it's a replay. This time it wasn't for the smoke, but still. Wow, this is great. 3-2.
Deja vu, baby. That's twice early on. Dexter's gonna have to go away from that play. You can maybe utilize that like one more time in this half, but you gotta give it some breathing room if you want to pull it off again.
Only the AK here on TeSeS. That's all they can work with to try and create an opening. JDC ready for the boost that happened last time, but he's a little bit more exposed than he thought there. Frozen on the other side, and he wanted to see if he could be the hero, defend the bomb side. Not going to be possible, though. 3 versus 3, and a minimum. There should be a bomb plant here for the heroic side.
This will be a tough retake, though, for MOUZ. Ooh, they're going to flash him in. He's going to... Ooh, Dexter just stops. Just chills inside the smoke. There's the flashbang turn from it, and TeSeS has the kill. 2 players way deep, and now do you really want to risk the weaponry? Do you want to risk the AWP and the M4?
Surely not. They don't have the cash for it. On 2 out of 5 players, yes, but the rest of them just don't have the bank to really secure this. Going to try and go for the swing. It's a nice one, but double setup inside of construction, leaving TeSeS. Oh, wait. This is crazy. Surely there's no reason to be doing this. Gonna try and fall back, and yeah, I'll get a Nexus kill. That's good. Seemed like he lost his mind for just a minute there.
Yeah, but he found it.
Like, oh.
Yeah, he found it quick.
Hold on.
It's a little early in the game to be risking that off in that kind of a 1v2 retake as well, so make sure you preserve that moving forward. And as you mentioned, a couple players on the MOUZ side have a very busted bank account. Twice now that boost up has netted MOUZ an opening kill in Banana.
Just emotionally a tough round for MOUZ as well, because they just had done such a good job. They found the opening kill, they done everything, but they're not allowed to keep rolling that momentum forward in the same way. You run into a round like this and you think, wow, okay, we couldn't even hold the B-bomb side, and all they had was 1 AK, and they found a way to do it anyway. So yeah, they really need to put that first map behind them, and need to feel like they have a real shot at having a powerful first half here. Which 3-3, not really what you want. Great to see MOUZ come out with 9 or 10 rounds in this opening half, just to really lock it down. It's not looking likely at the moment.
No, not yet. Round 7 out of the timeout. 2 Deagles for MOUZ defense. The AWP that TeSeS saved, and 2 M4s on Frozen and Bamas. And cadiaN sticking with the AK-47 for now. Hall's push. An aggressive stance, spam coming through. I think, would they have heard that? I think, nope, obviously not. Jabby goes down early.
Risky stuff. No real revenge there, but Frozen burns alive. So that's a bit unexpected.
That's like the second time it's been Jabby's been picked off by the aggression. Once from Dexter down mid. I think it was someone different the second time Dexter did that play, but he's not having the rookie not having a great time in this opening half of Inferno. Nice shot onto cadiaN, and all of a sudden we're in a 4-on-2. Again, MOUZ Sports with a weaker buy might surprise.
Chance for a bomb plant here, all things considered. So that's something to work with. See if they can smoke off that AWP out there. They have some stuff. No one is any of these positions, but obviously Heroic just don't really know that. Slowing it down, though, is just going to make things worse at this point. MOUZ Sports have started to rotate in. They're already flanking all the way through middle, and at this point, maybe there's going to be no bomb plant. Shush trying.
Oh, no.
He gets a couple of headshots. TeSeS going to be careful. He swings for it. AK down in the pit, and TeSeS will pick up Bimas coming through the smoke. And now it's a one-on-one. TeSeS on the other side. Grenade doesn't touch him. Molotov, he's going to pick up the bomb, and he's going to... Ooh, that made some noise. I was going to say maybe he wanted to wait for it. Still 25 seconds. Fakes the bomb once, and that's a running shot from TeSeS, taking him down, clutching the round, and getting another one on the board for MOUZ, which they absolutely needed. But again, that's a 2-on-4 that they almost lose.
Well, I mean, look at those shots from Shush as well. Like this is just disgusting that he's able to pull it off, and that's one where I think even if you're MOUZ watching this back, you're like, yep, we did everything right. Yep, he was completely blind as we expected him to be, and still lands an initial headshot. That's just crazy. The follow-up is a thing of beauty. Thank God we clutched it. However, if you're Heroic and if you're MOUZ, you can't settle down and feel comfortable just yet because Heroic is buying into this. They got 4 kills in that round. They know the economy's at a breaking point. They're going to keep the pressure on for the moment, and almost another advantage provided by MOUZ Sports down mid. cadiaN brought down to 17 HP. They're getting away with a lot of these mid plays.
They really are, and I think cadiaN was looking for it, but he probably came off that scope just as they were peeking, because otherwise it looked like he had at least the right idea. Yeah, a lot of early aggression. You would assume at some point soon Heroic are going to be much more careful.
Yeah, but I thought that after round like 2, 3, when Dexter did the mid peek twice.
Very default setup coming out from the MOUZ Sports defense, although pretty deep on banana. That's something to really think about. Means they can go for a quick rotation through middle if anything starts to happen, if they feel like the opening is there. Oh, and look at TeSeS. This is aggressive. Right in the middle of the round, he goes to check. It's pretty cool, but also obviously risky.
Deep banana control for MOUZ as well. They've got tons of advantages so far in this. Flashes up mid, Molotov to make sure that TeSeS can't peek, which isolates Dexter, and the flashbang ruins his day. Good opening kill. 2 defenders remain on the A-bomb site.
Still 30 seconds, and look at who's baiting down. Stavn is ready if they push through. He really wants them to make that mistake, because then they could go to the B-bomb site through CT spawn instead. But it looks like they've committed to this one. Stavn with the kill on JDC. TeSeS is going to pick up one, but they're everywhere on top of him. He needs to back up down from the pit. The Masters there with the FAMAS doing the best that he can. Stavn has gone down, and now it's a 3-on-3. Nice swing, only 7 seconds on the clock, and they're going for the bomb plant, I think, already inside of the site. But now they're locked in here. They can't really escape. cadiaN low from early on in the round. Going to try and see if he can do some work with the AWP, but it's not going to be possible. It's all on Shush, and Frozen will come in with the Heroics to clear up the round, and MOUZ survive another scare.
Yeah, they really do. That's a really well done defense, and that deep banana control really pays off. They get that kill onto the lurker down mid, and they're able to have a very fast flank for reinforcements to arrive over at the A bomb site. And as you said, pin them down inside the bomb site, which we know for the T side is an absolute nightmare in the post plant position.
But they're surely going to buy again.
Yeah, I was going to say.
The bomb plant, right?
Yeah, certainly. I was going to say with the losing bonus with another bomb plant, there's definitely going to at least be a half buy. The question is, how much do they want to push the envelope? Heroic. No timeouts used just yet. TeSeS has 4K, which is the most money on the Heroic side of things. I don't think they can go for AKs and Galils in any significant way. I think this is a Deagle Tech 9 round, if anything.
We know how dangerous those could be, especially on Inferno. Seems like you can get up close and personal, especially with the Tech 9, so I'd love to see it. Deep nade. Ooh, huge nade.
Huge nade. Early chip damage for MOUZ. Deep Molotov put out by the defense to hold back any kind of banana control.
Yeah, but they really want to go for it here. 3 people defending over at this B-bomb site, so very, very hard to break through at this rate, especially with the opening kills going all the way of MOUZ. 3-to-1 trade, that is no problem. Might be one of the few times, might be one of the first rounds here where MOUZ actually feel like we did it safe, not a lot of people died, we're going to be okay. This is shaping up to be a very good round.
Not yet. Don't count your chickens. Jabby out in the open, just baiting to give cadiaN the fight he wants, and the spray is not able to be controlled. And it does turn out that MOUZ finally have a little bit of breathing space.
Chickens have all hatched.
Yep, they've arrived. Plenty of, chickens. More chickens.
Not a lot of room for that. Not a lot of place for that. I love you, Jason, for trying, nonetheless. All right, it's gonna be a really good lead that's building right now for the MOUZ side of things. And these are the results are really what help you get over a map and get out from under, right? You know, you can try to talk a team up, but usually winning is the real way to do it. So
yeah, winning solves a lot of problems.
Does the game a lot more fun.
6-3.
I don't have a lot of experience, but
yeah, right.
Still, 10th round.
Yeah, this is a completely different MOUZ squad than what we saw in Ancient. I don't know. That'd be an interesting conversation to have with them. What happened? Because they never really got started on their own map pick, but here on Heroic's pick of Inferno, looking pretty good. It's a 6-1 run. Heroic starting this map up 2-0 at one point. All started with a 5-7.
Yeah, all good things does. cadiaN emptying the entire K into it and then gets blown up with an HE, so not really the perfect start. Many of these rounds starting 4 and 5 in favor of MOUZ. Yep. That's a huge thing all on its own, right?
That was one thing we highlighted on Ancient as well, is, you know, I think it was like 9 rounds in, only 2 of them had been openings for MOUZ. This feels like it's swung the complete opposite way, as they're starting to find some of the opening kills. Dexter down mid with the M4 peeking, AWP peeking down mid. They've controlled Banana very well.
TeSeS is on a solo mission. Oh, he's got a little bit of teammate now, all right. Got 2 people swinging into the middle to try and clear things up. Not that they're going to find anyone. And again, pretty common defense now for MOUZ. Nothing too exotic that they're bringing out at the moment. Flash around the corner, timing shot there, but didn't quite connect. It's okay. He's got a teammate with him. They can control that and make sure it doesn't spiral into a full-on attack of the bomb site. Real threat here probably is if Frozen dies towards CT spawn. Dexter trying to put some pressure on at the same time. About 28 seconds now left, so we'll see. They are going to try and wrap this bomb site again, it looks like.
Oh, that play through library from Frozen. It's very important. The timing is everything. TeSeS, I think, had to have heard at least one footstep, but into the bomb site, Dexter's going to take control. That's a beautiful flash. And TeSeS knows there's one more. Oh, but he looks away. He looks away. He might have forgotten about it just too much. Frozen tucked down, trying to buy time, and it's out. Round's done. Everyone can hide. It doesn't matter. He's come back for more in a 7-3 lead for MOUZ.
Okay. I mean, that is the whole setup for that round is actually super cool from the point of view of Heroic. And as you said, that flashbang to set it up with, because otherwise he peeks into someone holding a corner against him. All of that looked very good, but it was not enough. Yeah. Goodbye.
He even goes back for it, the crazy man. 13 kills.
I was going to say, he has the scoreline to back it up, though, right now. We'll see. cadiaN on 4 right now. So the desk were talking a little bit about it. They seem very confident that TeSeS was going to be outperforming cadiaN in terms of AWP mechanics. And I don't know, first map's hard to compare anything to because of the way that it played out. But this one, certainly right now, he's had the AWP a little bit more, but he's also been winning the fights a couple of times. So that's all adding up in his favor at the moment. 7-3, 11th round here. We're back on pistols.
Yeah, and Heroic's used 2 timeouts to try and figure out a little bit of collateral damage on a cadiaN. An easy cleanup. Heroic's used 2 timeouts already, trying to figure out the solution, trying to find the winning adjustment that's going to allow them to actually get into this game. Obviously, that hasn't worked. Now an 8-1 run.
I mean, I don't know. There's a tendency, apart from the early aggression we've seen in some of these rounds out of MOUZ, there's been a couple of rounds where they've also tried a little bit later on. You know, one of the previous rounds here we saw Dexter.
Delayed mid-peak.
Yeah, delayed mid-peak. But it's kind of hard to call a strategy to catch that, because it's obviously not like you could just say, oh, at 50 seconds they're going to do that, right? Like, you don't really know when, and it's possible that they're going to do it with a flashbang as well. But if you can catch a delayed mid-peak, that's a nice opening, right? But I don't know if you can rebuild a round around it. But
I think at this point, if you're Heroic, I think probably the easiest solution would be, I mean, just, well, first of all, like, pick a bomb site. Probably the easiest one would be the B bomb site and just say, look, we need to get Banana control this round, and let's just do our standard execute set piece onto the B bomb site. Let's establish the fact that we can take a bomb site away from them. Let's just have a round where we can get into B, even if it's a 2-for-2 trade, even if we lose 3 people on the trade, get us into that post plant and give us a chance. And remember, they found a little bit of success here. The boost up has netted them 2 opening kills, but that's a sloppy fight from Stown. JDC and Frozen have barely taken any damage, and now the utility can rein in, but no one else here from Heroic is really challenging this position quite yet.
It's got to be frustrating, because they actually had an amazing flashbang to push him into the corner behind the sandbags there, Frozen, So they kind of had him isolated, and then it still wasn't enough. TeSeS going to get caught on the retreat. And that is at least something to think about. TeSeS is ready here for Dexter, and he sees him a little bit early, so it's a good catch.
Now it's the B bomb site. You have to know that you've pulled you have to think that you've pulled a rotator away from the B site, whether it's the secondary player or the rotator itself, and realize you have a bit of an advantage here. The defense is spread thin. You can see Frozen playing outside CT spawn just to be close to both bomb sites. Now with the heavy lean towards the B site, so the window of opportunity of a 3-on-1 or a 2-on-1 is missed at the site itself. 20 seconds left in the round.
There's a smoke on Frozen still. With this low time, does he even know?
He forgot.
He might have even forgot himself. Yeah, I don't actually think he realized this. Otherwise, you put it down right now and win the round. 8 seconds. They have no time for mistakes. That might already be enough here. Certainly with Frozen coming through. Didn't need the smoke at all.
No, but I mean, if you throw that smoke, they probably save. They probably just give up the round entirely.
Yeah. I actually feel like he must have forgotten.
Yeah, definitely forgot. No one on the team letting him know either. It's all good. I mean, look, even this in the 3-on-2, coming in at 8 or 9 seconds on the clock is like, that's not gonna work too often. 6-round lead for MOUZ on map 2. Pretty convincing 6-round lead as well. They've had a couple close rounds.
Said maybe if they could get up to like 9 or 10 rounds, I believe at the start that was a little bit of a dream. It almost felt like at that point in time, but now they're at least at 9, and they could probably keep going. Great grenade, bouncing right up onto Jabby. Trying to do a silent boost up there, but doesn't feel nearly as good when you just took an HE to the back.
No, not worth. Flashbang over, Bamas not blind, misses the initial salvo, recovers nicely, and Torzi with the op is holding them at bay. Dexter's arrived to keep his teammates alive, and all 5 players live through the chaos.
Yeah, you could tell there was a moment of panic there at the start of the spray, but it's all good. They make up for it. They get to 10. MOUZ, what a great recovery. I was a little bit worried at the end of Ancient that it was just going to be kind of a nothing match coming up, but credit to MOUZ for really fighting their way back into this one.
Fragging has dropped off a cliff for the heroic side of things. TeSeS is at 14, but next closest are Shush and Stown at 7 each, and then cadiaN and Yavi at 4 each.
He actually might have gone too far almost. A little bit of a follow-up here. TeSeS, they are worried about that smoke because, again, Dexter's already tried to fight them a couple of times, so they have to respect it now. They really need, now on the other side, we have to talk about this though. Heroic need the last 2 rounds to start to make this still a map that they can maybe win. Otherwise, it doesn't really seem doable. TeSeS taking up position, looking towards Boiler Room. Not going to move too far out of that right now. And they've left just a single person, JDC, over here, jumping around at the half wall to check if anyone's coming, so.
Deep nades. MOUZ bailed out before taking any damage. They concede banana control essentially for free. They've blocked off the bomb site itself. No smokes left over at the B bomb site. No Molotovs left over at the B bomb site. If Heroic was counting that.
Yeah, I was about to say that was a very early smoke that he dropped, JDC falling back, but I guess he just thought maybe he was going to be in trouble. Frozen taking the fight, but he is low on health, and as you said, not that many nades left. Although they have a little bit of backup now coming in. Dexter's shown up to the spot. They're also fighting over at Arch at the same time. TeSeS nearly getting caught, and if there would have been a repeat, I think he would have been dead. But that's not going to happen. 5 versus 3 instead, and Heroic struggling to stay in this round. They take down TeSeS, but the bomb is now committed to the bomb side here. cadiaN will find a shot. There's still 2 people at the back of the side with 10 seconds left on the clock. cadiaN fighting for the round, and it is too late now. Nothing they could have done there. JDC with a couple of good kills at the end, and Heroic simply losing track of time.
Yeah, TeSeS actually does a great job on rap side, finding a kill that's going to force a rotation from the B defenders. Unfortunately, it was the 3rd player that had come over and not one of the 2 initial defenders, so even coming into the bomb site with that late, you don't even realize it, but you've already lost the game. Still 2 people chilling, ready to go. 11-3. And another timeout, a 3rd timeout taken from Heroic.
Doesn't feel so good when you're on the other side of this kind of beating.
Nah.
All fun and games.
Maybe this map, it really is a blank piece of paper in front of cadiaN. What have you got?
See him See him going into the second half writing stuff in crayon. I'm sorry, cadiaN, I love him. Yeah, here we go. 15th round coming up. TeSeS is showing up to the second map with an 18-6 scoreline. That is absolutely outrageous. More power to him for doing that. All right.
It's crazy to think if you go back, if you think back to the beginning of the first half, that 5-7 round from TeSeS like just was basically like, hey, this is what the rest of the half is going to be like. Have fun.
Yeah, at the time it just seemed like, ooh, here's something finally for MOUZ to work with, and then it was just all up from there. We'll see Dexter over at the arch, double position towards the pit. They're going to wrap around. TeSeS immediately taking a kill on Jabby, and Dexter at least spotting some good numbers, able to call it out and realize there's a couple of more people wrapping around that way, but they're gonna call it off, try and see if they can run back into CT spawn. Dexter is in a great position finding behind the pillar there, and he's gonna get a couple of grid kills, plenty enough for them to win the round here. cadiaN on his own in a 1 versus 4, and there should be no way out. You don't win a round like this unless MOUZ start to make a bunch of huge mistakes.
Man, TeSeS hits that shot with the AWP in this round, and Heroic just said, nope, I don't want to mess with him at all. Try and call an audible, and that shut down as well. What a half, what a response, what a rebuttal from number 2 in this series. Can they close it out? Can they take us to nuke? We'll find out after the break.
Hey Future Pros! In the depths of Inferno today with a util set to take top mid. You will need a smoke, molly, and a flash for this one. Throw the long smoke, get into the corner of the bench, and aim at the top of this white decal. Run forward and jump throw the smoke. Then pull out your molly and aim in the middle of this metal railing. As you jump throw, tap your move right key, as this will allow the molly to land deeper under the balcony. Finally, toss your flash against the wall to push anyone still close to shore back to the side, and then take some space. A nifty, simple utility set, and I'm sure you'll find some success with it.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 12-3 right here going into the second half. And if you weren't paying attention, it's not for Heroic, it's for MOUZ Sports. They made a huge comeback after a devastating defeat on Ancient, and now on Heroic's map pick, they're giving it right back.
Yeah.
Sweet justice.
Yeah, sweet justice, especially if you're MOUZ. You're loving life right now. Completely different team than what we saw in the opening map. They've got a chance to close things out relatively quickly here on Inferno. Pissed around would be lovely to get them on that track. Chicken slaughtered immediately.
Sign of things to come, perhaps, for the Heroic side of things. We'll see.
Just took out one of those chickens that they hatched earlier. Shush gonna peek down middle, and he spots a whole hell of a lot of bodies.
Yeah, that's a problem. You need the headshots right now. Jabby, good for a couple at the very least. They're gonna keep trying to power through. Low on health is Shush. He's surviving on one single point of health. Crossfire set up a little bit here. Shush is gonna be going down, and now they can at least get the bomb plant, which is a pretty decent start. No more nades left, except for on cadiaN, who's got a couple of flashes and a smoke to set up for, so we'll see if that's gonna be enough to go for a bit of a retake.
He's going to wrap around behind him, so Stound's going to get some stance in lane. TeSeS there as well. Smoke off for Pit. That's a little bit shallow. Flashbangs are out, but oh, JDC up top, not fully blind. And cadiaN has nothing to do. 1v3. MOUZ have the pistol. They've got a 10-round lead. And all signs indicate we're headed to a third map.
Very exciting. Nuke is not a bad map for Heroic either, so could be that they're going to have a chance to make the comeback themselves. But yeah, you're right. That smoke at the hit guard did seem like it did block off their vision just a tiny bit.
I think it would have been, he wanted that to go a little bit deeper. Improvised.
Yeah, they were under considerable stress in that round, but you're right, 10-round lead. And so far, so good. Excellent job. MOUZ was just not slowing down. All they needed was a cold shower in that first map, and then start to feel a little bit more awake now. Stound fighting down the middle Bimas there with a Mac 10. Oh, looked like that could have been a good spin around, but Jabby's able to pick him up. Yeah, expiration date on that play in the middle, obviously, when you can't really do it. Frozen also gets tagged. This is a little bit awkward.
Yeah, fair play. A couple nice kills in a timely fashion. Give Heroic the advantage in round number, well, 17. Second round of the second half. Frozen way, way deep. Dexter would probably love to get an AK-47, a Galil, anything, but he's far too advanced to go searching for the weapons. A couple of nades were dropped down right at the entrance to alt mid, as you can see on the minimap. And Shush pushed in Halls is a relatively safe position, although obviously if he goes down here, the round's pretty much over. There's the kill. Dexter didn't expect it whatsoever. That's a position you can let them into the A bomb site and play for the retake and just survive if you ever need to. Frozen's left in a 1v3.
It's tricky because Dexter can win that fight if he knew that he was there. He could jump the corner with the Mac 10, but if there's no one there and he jumps the corner, he's going to give away all the sound in the world to anyone inside of the bomb site. So there's just, there's not much to do. It's difficult. 30 seconds. He has a Molotov and a smoke, so theoretically gets a kill, could put up a little bit of a smoke to try and get the bomb plant down. He's going to go for it right away, but they're on top of him already. TeSeS is going to be at the corner to try and help out. Smoke there to buy a little bit of space, but I don't think he even realizes, TeSeS, secret agent crawling into the bomb site.
Yeah, a good play though from Frozen just to get that bomb planted. Team play just to get the extra money. Knew the 1v3, especially with a player in pit at that point, was going to be low percentage victory. Okay, Heroic back on the board as soon as they scavenge some weapons and nades across the map. Delayed defuse. But it does come in eventually, 13-4.
We never really got to see the CT side for MOUZ on Ancient, so it's hard to even talk about that. But obviously the T side on Ancient was not looking good. Different map, so it doesn't mean the T side here has to be bad or anything like that, but you got to hope for MOUZ Sports that they have some nice tricks up their sleeve that they can throw in. They're so close to the finishing line here, so 3 rounds,
I have to imagine actually that the MOUZ on the T side of Ancient was, obviously not the best MOUZ you're ever going to see, but I mean, just at a certain point when you're just getting beat like that, I mean, it's hard to continue and snap back and start playing well each and every single round when it feels like everything's going against you no matter what happens on the map. Nice nade.
Deep nade, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's worth thinking about too. Maybe we shouldn't read too much into it.
It's not a matter of giving up. It's just everything just seems to be going against you. All right, 2 players on Rap side should be able to handle business. They've got Stown and Banana. He's got Smoke Molotov. He has all the delayed tactics in the world. JDC spotted out a shoulder, but never saw TeSeS pouncing in. He's been the sole bright spot for Heroic so far in this game as well. TeSeS with 17 kills.
Trying to bring his team back into the swing of things. Jabby had a very tough couple of openings in that first half where he just got shut down round after round. So not doing too well. cadiaN is also a little bit low on the scoreboard. They've got a couple of people that could step it up here in the second half if they can just get the right equipment to work with. MOUZ, long flank, long rotation around to try and change his position. Maybe catch someone from the CT side who pushed down this far, but he's going to be found by Stown at the end. And it's one more step for the Heroic squad. They could, I mean, if they made the full comeback here, then that would be truly heartbreaking for MOUZ Sports.
Yeah, that would be probably even more soul-crushing than Ancient was.
Yeah.
Would be funny.
Yeah, and that it would be too. Yeah, finding new levels of misery, but we're not there. We're not anywhere near that at the moment.
No.
AKs have been picked up on the MOUZ side of things, so let's see what they got.
Now the nice thing for Heroic too, in some of these early rounds that they've been able to string together, these last 2 rounds, they've built up a good amount of cash actually behind this buy. Frozen waiting behind the Molotov. Knows there's jumping, timing the spray. Good flash. Good trade from TeSeS. Another smoke goes down, and TeSeS steps forward to play behind it, and he finds the boost up over the top.
That can't really have been easy to see. Maybe even just a little bit of a read there, but that's very well done. Smoke goes down, flash is coming through, but they're not really able to catch anyone just yet. TeSeS sneaking back just around the corner, ready for Dexter. He wants to keep going, but might have been a little bit too much, and JDC gets the headshot on Jabby. They might have found an opening anyway. Oh, if they had a nade back here, they could have easily taken TeSeS down, but they just don't. Smoking off CT spawn instead, and looking to take the fight, and TeSeS, what a heroic play this time. Taking down Dexter, that headshot might have made a huge difference, because MOUZ is all the way across the map. It's just JDC here, on his own, 1 versus 3 locked in the bomb site. If they go look for him, wait a minute. They don't know.
No, there's no way for them to know. Oh, now they know. Now cadiaN, that's a big fight to win. Good headshot on the JDC. Yeah, you got to give props to TeSeS for that initial kill with low HP inside the bomb site. I was just looking at cadiaN, the player rotating over. He had no flashbangs, no utility to throw up into the air to help him out whatsoever. So that was all on TeSeS just to get that 1 kill. If he'd been eliminated, this round is probably over by now. MOUZ is going to try and stick the plant, but cadiaN is there to put a stop to any of his shenanigans. And now we're at 13-6.
I feel like MOUZ must have seen the shoulder of cadiaN peeking there. I feel like there was just a moment, a sleeve maybe showing, but probably was just preoccupied with something else. And he was obviously gambling that cadiaN would be on the other side of the smoke, and he didn't. He had some time to maybe fake it out at the end, but he felt like just going for it. You see 16 seconds here? Yeah, a lot of pressure in that one for sure. And as you said, 13-6 now, the scoreline. The Eagles back in the hands of MOUZ.
And they are really hoping they can do some damage in this round with these Deagles. Get a couple kills, get a few kills, force some rebuys. Money is good, but not pretty for Heroic, and they know with 3 kills in the previous round, they can try and limit that as much as possible. Keep it as close as you can to the breaking point. Torzi was supremely effective at this position on MOUZ's CT side. It's cadiaN's turn.
See if he could beat the Deagles once they start to come through, which they surely will at one point. He's got some backup, though, on the other side, which is nice if he misses it. Oh, it's a great start. Conserving the bullets, getting a 2-for-1 type deal.
Yeah.
Good for pizza and AWPs.
Okay. Yeah, that is a good deal for you. When was the last time you saw a 2-for-1 pizza deal?
Happens all the time, actually. I'll show you, Jason.
Does it really?
Yeah. I know the places.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, moving on from pizza.
We're down to a 6-round gap. So those 3 rounds, you're like, oh, just a quick sprint. Quick sprint to the finish line.
Well, especially after they get the pistol, right? You're like, okay, probably at least 1 more. and then they're at 14. But that never really got realized. So this is gonna be an interesting close to Inferno. Op and AKs for the MOUZ attack. Heroic's defense is looking solid as well. And as you said, just 6 rounds remaining. Or 6 rounds of difference between the two teams.
And this is the qualifier for the next stage
For the
here.
group stage, yep.
So a lot is on the line. You really don't want to, you don't have to keep fighting here. It could get worse. Frozen out there, looking to see if he could maybe survive it. There's going to be a deep Molotov, and I think they have some flashes maybe to set it up as well. But no flashes are coming. Frozen finding tiny inch to stand on to win the fight, but TeSeS will blow him up afterwards. That's unfortunate. Still, nice move from Frozen to even get anything done. That was a hard corner to play. Headshot onto Dexter as TeSeS just sends some bullet down the bottom of Banana. 3 versus 4.
3 versus 4. cadiaN's going to back away with that op into the A bomb site itself. Jabby's going to rotate over in a position in CT spawn, peering through the arches. Oh, and a boost up. cadiaN's going to have a chance for a flick up. He sees the shadow. Still has to be quick, and he still nails the shot. Shush now wants to be aggressive out of pit.
And he's going to find Bimas as well. A moment there where Shush, I think, was exposed to the AWP of TeSeS, but there was an HE down with some debris that might have covered him. So not much TeSeS could do in this. Just better to leave, save the AWP, try and do some damage in the next round. They're not going to have a lot of money to work with, even with the round loss bonus. They need a bomb plant right about now to keep this fight effective. And Heroic, they have some money in the bank. They're going to go look for him. They'll find him as well easily. Shush with the kill. And Heroic dangerously close now.
I don't want to sound the alarm bells, but maybe prepare the alarm bells in a way. If you go back to Ancient, MOUZ has only won 2 rounds on their offensive sides in this series so far. The pistol round here on Inferno, and obviously just 1 round back on Ancient. And if those T-side woes continue, obviously that's a problem. So like I said, don't sound them, but maybe
get this.
Untie the rope so you're ready to sound them.
Yeah, you can get that going. We've all read that boy who cries wolf thing, so, you know, not too early, but you're right. Eventually, if the wolf really does come, when the Danish Vikings show up.
Is that what the story is in Danish childhood?
Yeah, exactly. You're on the beach, just having a good time.
All right, opening kill for Stown, no pressure behind it. Follow-up flashbang, they line up, he's on for the ace, but JDC shuts him down. Finds his 2nd kill, but no big deal for Heroic, and they're starting to get a little bit more animated now. They've got the big momentum. It's 6 rounds straight for Heroic's defense, and they're within striking distance.
Yeah, they really are. This is where you want to see some of the leadership again here behind the mousesports side to try, because they've already proven on this map that they could do a lot, so that they don't have to look very far to remind themselves of the kind of Counter-Strike they can play. But a little bit of a reminder right now would be great, so try and get everyone fired up. Deep nade here from the side of TeSeS. Oh, it's a nuclear bomb in the middle.
That's a holy hand grenade. Hallelujah, here we go through the smoke. TeSeS turns from the flashes. They don't touch him. They don't touch him at all, and this hit has stalled out completely. JDC's got to back off with 9 health.
And a lot of discipline for TeSeS not to repeat that. I feel like a couple of years ago, even at a high level of Counter-Strike, you would have seen a lot of players try to go for that. He knew that was a low player falling back on the other side, but I mean, there's not much lost by letting go of someone like JDC, who's already on 9 health at that moment. Yeah. Whereas if you swing, and he has a teammate at the corner, and maybe you run into an AK bullet, that's a different story. So yeah, hard to beat a CT side like that when they don't go hunting for those kills. They don't make those. You said they did them in the Ancient, but right now...
That was when they were up like 13-1, right?
Yeah.
Different story playing from behind. You're going to be buttoned up. You're going to be playing good, smart Counter-Strike. 4 on 5.
cadiaN at the corner. They need a flash to offset him here, and then they need to run him down. They send in a low health player first. That's fine. They know that cadiaN is at that corner. The smoke, though, that's, yeah, a little bit tricky for them to get through. Even if they smoke this up, they don't know if they're going to be running through another one. Grenade comes out. They're trying to get the jump up to look over 30 seconds, and that's the bomb dropped on the ground. Frozen doesn't live through it, and they're already backing out. They know they can't do this. Wow, 10-13 going to be the scoreline, and Heroic immediately dispatching the rest of the troops to go look for them. They want to find the remaining guns here.
Oh, I like this. I think they're going to spot the MOUZ. Yeah, now he's got to be like, hey, bro, we got some action. Round's not over yet. Be ready, but they shush timing on that kind of a play is harsh. But MOUZ has got to fight his way out. He's got the first. Now he'd love to get the ult, but he knows there's... Ooh, that's a hiding spot. Hello, hide and seek. What a creative way to keep your weapon in hand.
I don't think I've seen that before.
I admire that. Way to go.
Played a lot of Inferno, that's good. It's cool. But that's kind of a small price for having lost, what now, 7 rounds in a row?
Yeah.
And you have to reveal your favorite hiding spot at the same time. Forced to.
Yeah, now everyone knows from here to the end of time.
Yeah. 10-13. What a comeback so far on the side of Heroic. Seem to be pretty much on track. I mean, there's no deviation from what they're doing here.
Well, they've put 4 really good rounds together as well on the CT side. There was a shaky one early on, just as they were starting to get started on this path for the comeback. They've only lost 4 players in the last 4 rounds. So MOUZ not even really able to put a dent in this defense. The only plant was in that round number 2 that they ended up losing. They haven't gotten into a bomb site since.
Which is, after all, a requirement.
Some would say one of the defining features of the game.
Maybe that's the reminder they need.
I think that's what they talked about during the timeout.
Is there something about a bomb in this? So, what are we doing again? The Eagles on the side of MOUZ, AK on Bimas. We've seen some interesting rounds with the Eagles and Tech9 so far in the game. The odd 5-7 on TeSeS at the start, so you know, it's not completely impossible, but what a miracle would it be for MOUZ if that's how they could get into it. Leaving one player over at Banana that's frozen, already kind of at half health. The rest of them trying to make a little bit of action happen in the middle. Grenade will do a tiny bit there. But they at least can get a little bit of mid-control, sliver of it here.
Yeah, not too bad. cadiaN's playing the pivot position, though. Back at small pit, deep nade in towards the tree. Frozen down to 3 health. Stound's got a lot of action coming back towards him. All the timing on this peak is everything. Only goes for 1, but that's not bad, all things considered. And TeSeS has nothing to hold them off. cadiaN's got a flashbang in support.
Yep, he's going to fall back down. Not sure about the timing on that one. 20 seconds still. They swing for it, and Bimas will take down TeSeS. Is looking good. Bomb being planted. Jabby, does he realize? No, JDC. What a save and a bomb plant happening. MOUZ, this is amazing. cadiaN going really deep with this AWP. He does not want to give up on this round. Feels like an insult almost when they win it like this, but the way that it's working out, 2 versus 4, and only just now, Shush has started to take a peek into this B bomb site. There's not much they could do. They're actually in so much trouble. I think they might already be backing out. Wow, MOUZ Sports gonna make their way to 14 off of a very random opening to that round, but it absolutely works out. The fact that Frozen survives on 3 health after getting double naded down by that tree is enough to make him look, whoever was playing there, look away on the CT side, and that's it.
A couple fortunate timings. That one that you just referenced with Frozen at the tree, just as they're coming back to Banana. And then obviously, there was a second one. I just left my brain.
I mean, the swing there, I guess.
Oh, it's the boost up when they were going to stop the plant, and he was looking at the left at second oranges for JDC to take that peek, and as soon as he shifts over to actually stop the plant, that's when JDC peaked. That timing was really brutal as well. However, not the end of the world yet if you're Heroic. You've come all this way. Only the second round for MOUZ's offense.
Yeah, it's taken a long time. Flashbang does absolutely nothing. They just send Frozen to an early grave.
You got to pick up the pace now if you're MOUZ. You can see as well. They're like, okay, cadiaN's here, great. We don't have to deal with the op. cadiaN's already back, however. But they're going to pressure into the A bomb site. Double pit setup.
Yeah, they want to go for it right now. Grenades down into the pit, but Jabby, oh, he nearly came back down, and cadiaN runs to the smoke, trying to catch Bimas mid-air, going for a couple of wallbang shots to add to the mix, and it's too much at the end. That's a huge play from cadiaN. If he doesn't come through, there is a chance they can focus on that pit and actually clear it all the way out. That is bold and risky, but it works out really well this time. And they're back on track, 14-11.
Yeah, that was really tense. There was a lot of power behind that hit as MOUZ came rotating back into the action. Good shot from cadiaN, that recovery there. Finds Dexter at the end, a little damage done by Stown. Heroics up to 11. MOUZ find a really fortunate round, but they can't build upon it whatsoever. Now they're hurting for money again.
Yeah, at this point they really need some bomb plants in some of these rounds to keep themselves dangerous, so that Heroic doesn't have the advantage of having every other round be a little bit easier. So bomb plants at a minimum here would be amazing. Also, the Heroic economy is suffering a little bit more than it was earlier, so they have that going for them. Looks like it's going to be... Oh, that smoke.
Do you go through it?
They might. It's so deep, that's the problem, right?
And now the defense shifts. It would have been a great call if they stuck closer towards mid brackets. But now double pit. Halls pop ain't gonna work against that. Boost up at the corner for over the smoke. Chance for TeSeS to get an initial kill. Here comes the Halls play. Jabby's gonna drop off, finds one. Molotov will hold the rest of the forces at bay. That's gonna allow TeSeS to shift into the bomb site.
cadiaN here. Oh, this is interesting. If you miss the shot, you might be in trouble, and you will be. Frozen runs him down. TeSeS with the spray, trying to continue that one and find a second kill. Dexter low from the Molotov earlier, and just like that, 2 versus 2. 37 seconds. It's Bemas to go down next, and Frozen, no subtlety here. He's going to try and run him down before the backup gets there, and it's a smart move. Picks up the bomb and goes straight for the bomb plant, but Stown is already creeping in, crouching through to try and take this fight. He's got a little bit of a health advantage. He certainly has the Molotov as well, and Frozen is just backing off into the back of the bomb site here. On the other side, Stown pulling out the Molotov and throwing it isn't itself risky, but here we go. That's huge. Forcing him forward. Got to be real careful here, Frozen. Yep, it's going to spread. He's moved even further forward, and now he's toying with him, jiggling at the angle, up on the box. Frozen, he knows everything, but he's going to get the headshot regardless. Oh, man, what a round out of Frozen. Taking down the AWPer, picking off the pit player, picking up the bomb, planting it, and then winning the 1 versus 1 at the end. That is astounding.
Yeah, it really is, and man, what a tough 1v1 for Frozen to win as well. Molotov lands at his feet, nade rains in, a bunch of jiggle peeks thrown at you as well. He could have lost his composure any number of times. Yabby does great work inside pit. It just ends up not being enough due to the aggressiveness of Frozen. Flashbang comes out. Yabby was never going to survive that. I'll tell you what, though, the two rounds that MOUZ have won after the pistol in this half, they haven't felt great, but good individual. Like the first one was a few like really nice timings.
Yep.
This one was felt sloppy, but great individual heroics from Frozen. So I mean, at the moment, MOUZ is just getting away by the skin of their teeth. Which
partly, I guess, is also the benefit of being at that 13 scoreline for a long time, is that you just need a little bit, couple of rounds here or there, you know, the odd timing or whatever it takes. 15-11, 4 more rounds to go for Heroic to try and get into overtime, which could definitely happen. But man, what a wild round. I really thought, especially with the Molotov, I was going to say the problem for him as well is that on the other side, they know exactly where he is, right? It's not like there's no surprise any longer. He's just trapped in the corner. They knew he jumped up. They knew everything, and still was not able to quite get the job done. So, interesting.
A little bit of a tech pause.
Yeah,
for y'all to sit through, build some anticipation.
Yeah, as if we didn't have enough of that already, and the way this is working out. If it goes into overtime, who's going to be coming up with the more the more hype? Do you expect? I mean, you have to think for MOUZ, it's going to feel a little bit deflating if that happens, right? Whereas for Heroic, possible that there's a sigh of relief there at the end, and you feel like, okay, we actually got there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also kind of crazy that Heroic just keeps creeping closer and MOUZ just extends it a little bit further.
A little bit more, a little bit more. Now you just, at least you have the comfort of knowing you get to play overtime if everything goes really bad. Money-wise, still that AWP on cadiaN. M4's picked up on everyone else. M4A1's still.
Flashbang out, no more mistakes for Heroic, and That's not necessarily a mistake. He gets the dink onto Torzi, but a good pick. Another good opening for MOUZ, and opening is what provided them such a strong lead after the first half as well. They've been great in entry fragging on this map.
Is there a little chicken council happening in the bottom there?
Yeah, probably discussing the slaughter of the chicken at the initial outset.
Yeah, they've convened the ethics board. Talking, there's a lot of them. And a heated discussion as well, I don't know if you noticed, but aggressive chat. They're really far back. And this is the kind of spread that maybe we don't always like. 2 on A, 2 on B. Just like with peanut butter, you know, spread too thinly, Jason.
Okay, sure. That's not bad.
It's an issue.
That's good for you. Back into the peanut butter game. Frozen boosted up. I think I don't mind the 2-2 split just because it's the opening kill happens so early in the round. It's kind of hard to figure that you're going to gamble 3 players at 1 bomb site when there's still, you know, over a minute left to play. Little bit of utility at the B bomb site, trying to pull out what counter nades that Heroic has. There's the smoke from cadiaN, listening for the sound cues to drop a flashbang as well. They might just send Frozen forward. Main thrust towards the A bomb site. They pulled one away. That's Shush with a kill, but that could just be a lurker. However, out of the holes, Shush never saw it coming. And now that's the bomb that hits the deck. Low HP, Molotov on top of it. Oh, that might just win the round. Dexter's gonna pick it up and make it all the way through. Plenty of HP, but a nade. This nade better be perfect.
It's going to land on the wrong side. It does a lot of damage, but not enough, and it will be a bomb plant. That is some heroics once again, but not for the CT side. For Dexter, challenging the flames, picking up the bomb, and keeps going. TeSeS looking at anything he can get here. Frozen is right on the other side. He's going to go and check it the hard way, but his crosshair not at all aligned with that fight. Jabby and cadiaN now 2 versus 3 to try and save Inferno. It is not looking likely at the moment. MOUZ Sports, they get to play a 3rd map. 16 rounds on their side, and we are going to go to new. Well done.
Yeah, we were wondering what the response from MOUZ was going to be out of Ancient, out of the stomping they took there on that map. That's some impressive stuff to see them return on Inferno with a great performance. Man, Nuke as a 3rd and deciding map is going to be absolutely incredible. We're going to have, as you can see, Freya. She's grabbing one of the MOUZ Sports players because we want to figure out what happened on Ancient. We want to figure out